Alright guys, welcome back. So, today we're going to be taking on Newcastle then. In the last part we took on Birmingham City and we had a very good game against them. And today, we want to continue our good form that we've been on recently. A few changes to the squad then today. As you can... Well, you might be able to see, Sissoko is going to be in the midfield today. Matthew is in defensive midfield also, so that's something a little bit different. We don't really see him in that position anymore. We also got... Oh, good take by the keeper. We've got Cisse and Torres partnering up front. Now, the thing about Cisse is, in the last part, I kind of had a discussion about him and I kind of debated him a little bit because I wasn't sure what to do with him. However, he did impress in the last part and that's earned him a place in the squad today. So I've took a little bit of a gamble on him, but I think it will pay off hopefully, and he does love scoring against Newcastle, so hopefully that will be a factor on today's match. Other than that, oh, it's offside, unfortunately, there. Other than that, not too many other changes. Risa is at left back. And again, Schwartz doesn't get a game. So we haven't seen Schwartz for a while. But, oh, that could have been a dodgy little bit of play there by the keeper, but wasn't to be. There's no Hleb in the squad today. For the simple reason that I've put Garcia in attacking midfield. Now the reason I've gone and done that is because he can do things like that, and what a goal by Luis Garcia straight away there, puts us 1-0 up at home to Newcastle. And yeah, you know, Garcia, every time I play Garcia he plays well, and yet I continue to drop him from the squad, and I really shouldn't do that. So I've decided to play him today, and hopefully, well, what can I say? He's doing it already. It's paying off already. A good little ball there by Torres, just putting him into the space, and he just got there in time to take that over the keeper and in. And we are 1-0 up already. That's absolutely fantastic. Kallstrom needed resting up, so I decided that what I could do is I could rotate Kallstrom and I could rotate Garcia at attacking midfield. So that's what I've gone with. And here's Torres. And Torres puts us 2-0 up. That is an incredible goal from Torres there. Opted to take it round the keeper. Kind of paid off, squeezed enough room there to take it round, and we are 2-0 up already. That is absolutely fantastic play. We haven't really seen too much of Torres recently. He hasn't scored for a while. He's on a bit of a scoring drought, but that gets him up and running again here. As you can see there, went to take it round, just got enough room, and it's in the back of the net before you know it. 2-0 up and looking comfortable already. What can I say? You know, this new formation's working out, and yeah, I'm quite enjoying this. Into the middle there, and that's going to go over the top. But, you know, every time, like I say about Garcia, it's like every time I play him, he plays well, you know. Last week, you know, I talked about, like, Cisse and how, like, you know, he doesn't get that many chances, but when he does get his chance, he's 50-50 and all this. But, you know, I'm thinking about selling him, but then at the end of the day, it's kind of like, well, I don't give him enough chances, but there's too many players in our squad, and somebody's probably going to have to leave eventually, but I don't know who. And I've never really had a match where I've kind of sat down and I've just talked about one player all the way through. So, you know, last week was a little bit different in that respect. Here's Cisse. And, you know, Cisse is playing well, and well enough to make Schwartz miss out. You know what I mean? I need to play Schwartz more because he's only a young kid and he's really good. But as it's turning out to be, we don't really need him at the moment. You know, Garcia seems to be doing all the work for us and whatnot. And, you know, I put Cisse on and he's great. And you know, we're spoilt for choice, but you know, we've got so many attackers. Like I've said, you know, we could put Garcia up front if we wanted to. We could put Shimizu up front, Gilardino, Torres, Schwartz, Cisse. You know, we've got so many options. Like, who do we go with? And you know, you pick one player and another player has to miss out. So, but I think, like, you know, for example, and free kick given. And Matthew is going to take this one. Can he score here? We'll find out. And Gerrard, and another goal there from Garcia. That is unbelievable. And 3-0 up we are. It's not even half time. Well, I had doubts about this match, but I guess I don't have them anymore. Gerrard with a shot back in there. It fell back to Garcia, and he never misses, does he? You know, dropping players when they're playing well is not a good idea, to be honest, and I think I have to kind of learn my lesson sometimes. That could have even been the case with the Chelsea game. You know, I mean, I look at the Chelsea game now and I think, well, Garcia scored, and then he scored 3 against Blackburn and set up the 4th, you know, and now I play him again today. He didn't get a game last game. I dropped him. He comes back and he's got 2 goals already. You know, what do I say? Cisse, good save. So I think Garcia is going to start getting more games for us. I want to see more out of... Oh, Risa with a chance. Not good enough though.
Well, it's always worth trying the shot, even from there. Just better luck next time, I suppose.
I want to start to see more out of what's his name, Schwartz, but it's like I can't really think of a good time to play him. Is all, and I just don't know what to really do at the moment. I want to see more out of Rubinho as well. That's another player I want to see more out of, because we signed Rubinho back in January, and since then, you know, he's been alright when he gets a game. His stamina isn't the best, but that's another thing. Like, you know, he doesn't really get that many games, so I'm really debating what to do. You know, if there's one player I have to sell, who is it going to be then? You know, who? Because I think we do need to get rid of 1 or 2. You know, like back in the summer transfer window, I did say that I was really happy with the team. Owen with a chance wide. I said I was really happy with the team, and I am, but now that I think about it, it's kind of like I've got too many players, and some players are just sitting on the bench each week not doing anything. Like, for example, Rubinho is a prime example of that. And you know, I need to come up with an idea of what I do with these players. I mean, I know Europe is coming up eventually, and I could, you know, play some of them in the European games, but I'm just not sure.
That was an awful pass.
We'll see. You know, everything will get figured out. I mean, the transfer window is not for a while, so we'll see what happens. I mean, right here today we're looking pretty comfortable. Like I say, I think Garcia is going to get more games. He can rotate with Kallstrom. You know, Matthew is another player. He can rotate with Risa at left back. He's playing in defensive midfield today, just because he was on good form. And I put Sissoko in. I decided to rest up Alonso. So that's what I've gone with. And oh, what a goal from Torres. 4-0, not even half time. Absolutely dynamite stuff from us. You know, Gerrard Haleb can rotate in midfield. Maybe like an extra central midfielder is maybe what we need. I'm not sure. I mean, Sissoko can play there. Alonso can play there if we need him to. Saying that. I feel like we maybe would benefit from another defender, maybe, even though we did acquire 2 in the transfer window. The keeper really should have saved that. 2 goals for Torres today, then, and 2 goals for Garcia. That attacking midfield role is where Gerrard played most of last season, though. But Gerrard's been brought back this season, and he's been put into a different role. But I think it's paying off very well. He's putting the passes in and whatnot. You're not seeing as many goals from him exactly. Sissoko, oh, was nearly a goal from Sissoko as well. Not seeing as many from him. But I think that role is probably he's benefiting from it. Shearer's going to come on for Carr here, so kind of hitting the panic button early are Newcastle and gathered up.
No challenge on the keeper for the ball. He saw it coming. It's created a counter raid for them.
This is absolutely fantastic football. I just want to get as many goals as we can, though.
Space on the wing. A great header.
And gathered up by Reina in the end. So yeah, half-time approaching. What can I say? There's really nothing that we need to do at half-time. We are comfortable, very, very comfortable in this match. And who knows? Maybe I might take Cisse off and throw Schwartz on because we haven't seen him for a while. I may even put Robinho on just to give him a run out, just because we're very comfortable in this match. And some players definitely need extra time to see how they are on the pitch. Sissoko with a shot there, snapshot from him, but it was wide in the end.
Well, it's back to basics, I think, Peter. The shot just has to be on target, particularly from there.
I'm missing Schwartz, so I guess we'll see.
Managed to end the first half without conceding any goals, Trevor.
That's right, and they've established a lead. It's an ideal situation in anyone's book.
It's looking rather one-sided at the break. It's 4-0 the score.
So I've taken Cisse off. Cisse's had a pretty decent first half, but decided I'm going to bring him off and put Schwartz on. We haven't seen him for a while, and I want to get back into. It's really debatable because we've got all these attackers, and it's kind of like if we go back to the 4-3-3 is pretty much broken in this game. It is so overpowered, but I don't really want to go back to that, and just to be able to say, oh, I can use more attacking players if I do this. So I'm not particularly sure, and I thought that was a goal for a second there from Torres, and it probably should have been. So close. So not particularly sure on that part, but I'm kind of enjoying just using the 2 strikers up front, though. I'm enjoying this formation, for the time being, and I don't see any reason to change it at the moment. And we'll really get a taste of how things are once European matches get here and things start to come thick and fast. So. And hopefully at the end of this game, I believe we get to find out who we're going to be playing. I think, unless it's the week after, I can't quite remember, but I guess we'll see. And, oh, it nearly hit the bar. It's going to be a corner, and Gerrard's going to put this one in. Newcastle made a flying start to the league this season, just as they did 12 months ago. But, oh, and it's gone in! Torres with the goal! And I don't know how that crept in, but it did. I think the goalkeeper got a hand to it.
He's been absolutely brilliant today.
Something happened in there, I don't know what exactly. Wasn't expecting that to go in. It just crept in somehow, and I just don't know how. There's kind of a snapshot on the 10. Just kind of hit it, it rolled. The goalkeeper didn't get to it, hit the post and flew in. And that is a hat-trick for Torres, another hat-trick for him then. And You know, that's what we signed him for. We haven't seen much out of him recently, but I'm loving that. How many goals can we get in this game? You know, we haven't had a game for a while where we've scored tons of goals. You know, we've had the 5-2 against we United and whatnot, but we haven't had one where we've scored like 6 or 7 for a while. So there's plenty of time to get that. Heitinger's going to try and block out Owen, and he did well there.
Gerrard. Fernando Torres.
Well done there.
They can swing it in from the
Here's Schwartz. Oh, it's back out. Schwartz again.
Good running off the ball here. A chance to whip it in.
And it's back out yet again. And Reese is going to put it back in, this time to Sissoko into the middle there. He's trying to pick out Torres.
Gerrard.
And Sissoko again there. He's still got it. Sissoko strong as ever.
And he takes the return.
He always is.
Carragher.
Carragher probably deserves a rest.
Gerrard.
And Torres nearly got on the end of that one. I'm going to bring off Sissoko actually though. I'm going to put Rubinho on and away by Reina. Good vision there to get that away. Because his stamina is starting to get a little bit low in this match, and like I say, we're 5-0 up. There's, you know, Rubinho needs to get a chance in the team because he hasn't had one for a very long time. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm kind of debating what the last substitute should be. I don't quite know yet. And good save by the keeper there to deny Torres a fourth.
For both teams.
We're both going to make a substitution then. Rubinho's going to come on.
They're going to try to hold on to the lead by making this change, Trevor.
Yes, I think they're probably looking for a fresh pair of legs to carry them through.
Here's Carragher again. Here's Torres.
Determined defence there, and it got them possession.
Nice stretching of the play, pushing forward.
So Matthew's going to try and close this one down.
They're in a good position.
He's done well, he's putting the pressure on. That's exactly kind of defending that I expect from him.
Fernando Torres.
Torres couldn't put Schwartz through though.
Boomsong.
Got a lot of hard games coming up soon.
Dyer.
I think we've got to play like the likes of Tottenham and Manchester City's coming up, but Manchester City shouldn't be a hard game to be honest, but we are going to be away for that one. Aston Villa might be a difficult place to go to as well. I guess we'll see. I can't remember actually. I don't know if we're at home for that one or not, but we'll find out.
75 minutes have gone.
Foul there, nothing given. I am actually going to give Felipe a run out in this game. I'm going to bring off Carragher and put Felipe in centre back. He can play there, so I guess. We haven't seen a lot of Felipe since we signed him permanently. He has played a few games, but I want to see a little bit more out of him. So today, probably a perfect time to put him on.
They have brought on a substitute, Trevor, presumably with a view to maintaining their lead.
I think they'll hope the fresh legs will be enough to carry them through for a win now.
Reset.
That's a good ball. Here's Schwartz. Here he is. Foul given.
Now, who's going to take it?
Into the middle. Couldn't get there in time. There's a lot of men running around in there. It's going to go out for a corner.
It's a corner. Who's waiting in the middle?
No, it's over there. And Reese. It was pulled back perfectly to Reese. Here's Rubinho. Oh, it's away again. Oh, Torres on the 10, couldn't make it, and that's a free kick being given. Is it going to be a card? No, it's not. But yeah, I think like Garcia, sorry, has been absolutely brilliant in midfield though today. I think, you know, he can really play anywhere. You know, I play him up front, he plays well. Play him in attacking midfield, plays well. Put him in goal, he'd probably play well. You know, he's that good. Here we are on the break. Here they are. Is he going to square it? Is he going to? He's put it wide. Well done to Heitinger there. I mean, what could he have done really? I mean, he was either going to shoot himself, was Owen, or he was gonna pass it, and it probably would have been a goal. But enough pressure there just to put him off. You know what I mean? The defence has played really well today. I'm really impressed with them.
Oh, vital clearance. Quick thinking from the defender.
Shearer. And Zogbia.
You know, I mean, last time we played Newcastle, we got 5 against them. You know, they did take the lead though. However, in that match, I remember correctly. And here's Gerrard. Gerrard to make it 6, and he does. And Gerrard, I was talking about him earlier, saying how he doesn't get that many goals anymore, but he's got one today. I've switched him to attacking midfield rather than a central midfield role. He's got himself up there, and he's got himself a goal. So that's really nice.
That was a gem, Peter.
Good move there by Torres, picked him out, found the space. Newcastle probably pushing too many men up front, to be honest. And all he had to do was kind of turn and hit the target, and he did that very well. A lovely performance today. You know, the Blackburn game was amazing. Last week we did really well, and today another really well game. Really good for us. Can we get a 7th? There's still time for it, you know.
Boomsong. Gerrard. Fernando Torres.
No, couldn't get through there. No, well done though, he's won that one back. Risa getting himself up there today as well. Nice to see. Here's Torres on the 10. Torres with an absolute classy finish there on the 10 and puts us 7 up. That was brilliant.
He scores again. That's his 4th.
Didn't think he was going to score that one, but he put it away fantastically well. Crossed the goal, crossed the keeper. Couldn't reach that one. Oh, how about that? The bend on that took it in. And that is a world-class finish from a world-class striker. And that'll do for us today, you know. That will do for us. Absolute magnificent game, unless there's an 8th here. And Rayner's going to gather up. Rayner probably needs resting in the next match, actually, because his fatigue is kind of high. But no, that is absolutely excellent. Great game today. Torres was absolutely on fire. Garcia did his part. Gerrard was brilliant as ever. No complaints today whatsoever.
That's exactly what this team showed us today. I sense that they were tiring though towards the end.
So individual game records, it was Torres. He was the man of the match there today. An 8.0 for him. Maybe deserved a little bit more, maybe an 8.5 might have been a little bit better, but he was magnificent. Luis Garcia with an 8 as well in that midfield role that I put him in. Gerrard, like I said, was absolutely brilliant. You know, defence played well. Really impressed with like Carragher and Heitinger today. They did well at the back. Took Cisse off. Schwartz didn't grab a goal, but did pretty well, you know, with his passing and whatnot. Brought Robinho on. He did solidly, I guess, and didn't see too much of Felipe, but all about Torres today and whatnot. Brilliant. So results time then, guys, and as you can see there, Middlesbrough have gone to Rangers and won 2-0. Fulham have also gone to Blackburn there 2-0. 2-1, so 2 away victories there. Arsenal have only just beaten Manchester City there, so Manchester City putting up a good fight against these big teams. Only a 2-1 victory for Arsenal. 1-1 stalemate with Aston Villa and Everton. Manchester United have lost at home to We United. That is a very, very interesting result there. Well done to We United, and that kind of opens up everything in the table again, I guess. Chelsea have also won 1-0 in the derby against Tottenham. We obviously beat Newcastle, and Birmingham have gone to Bolton and won 1-0, so their survival bid up and running there with a win. So this is what it does for the league table then. It pushes us back into 4th now. We've scored the most goals out of anyone. We've got 21 there, only conceded 7. We're above Manchester United on goal difference, so we're right back into this one. Newcastle are on 13, Chelsea on 14, but Arsenal continue their flying start to the season, winning all 6 games so far, so we've got a little bit of catching up to do to get back up to the top of the table. Everton into 6. Moving down to the bottom, Manchester City still bottom of the pile. More misery for Bolton. They were beaten by Birmingham today, and Birmingham move up to 11th with 7 points. Rangers around the relegation zone now though with 4 points, and so Tottenham, they've only got 4 from their first opening 6 games. So this is what it does for the Champions League qualifying stage then. As you can see, AC Milan there have gotten through their group, and also We United have gotten through their group as well with 10 points there. Have they beaten Atletico Madrid? Yes, they have. They beat them 3-2 in the end at home, and that's what sealed them their spot in the next round of the Champions League there. Atletico Madrid go out, and Palermo also crashing out. In Group B, Real Betis have gotten through. We already knew that before. Udinese have gotten through. Lyon just didn't quite have enough to get through there. Udinese scored 8, conceded 10. The goal differences look like it's settled it there. So well done to them. An Italian team and a Spanish team going through. Lyon crash out, and so Espanyol. As you can see then, Chelsea have beaten Arsenal then, and Chelsea are going through to the final group stage tournament of the Champions League. Valencia have gotten through, and so have Chelsea. Arsenal finish up on 6 points, not enough for them, and PSV finish up on 3. Finally, Group D, Newcastle have gotten through, and so have Roma, and Stuttgart have gone crashing out, and so have Fenerbahce. So yeah, fair few teams in the Champions League there for England then, and I guess we'll see. So the fixtures for the Champions League group stage have been announced then. After a long wait, this is what it's thrown up. This is the Champions League group stage fixture 1. So I believe this is how it goes then. So the top 2 lines, as you can see there, Real Betis and AS Roma, and Manchester United and Bayern Munich all in the same group there. So if you go 2 lines down, as you can see there, Real Madrid are going to be taking on Inter Milan, and Newcastle are in the same group as Chelsea, which is interesting because back in 05-06, Liverpool were in Chelsea's group in the group stage, and both of them ended 0-0, ironically. So English groups were against each other back then, and that's a very interesting one there. Juventus and Ajax and Valencia and We United are going to be in the same group. And finally, as you can see there, Barcelona, Udinese, Liverpool and AC Milan. That is unbelievable. We're going to be playing AC Milan in week 10. That is some way off yet, so that gives us time to prepare for that. But we are going to be playing AC Milan in our first group stage fixture then, and we're going to be at home for that one. Barcelona are going to be at home to Udinese, and then eventually we are going to play Barcelona. I don't exactly know what kind of... Well, I'm guessing it's home away, but those are the fixtures then. So Udinese will probably be the team we need to at least beat twice, I would imagine. But then we've got Milan and Barcelona. Who knows? It'll probably be a lot easier than we think it will be. It probably won't be as daunting, as scary once we get there. But there are only 16 teams in this competition, so whoever you get, it's going to be difficult anyway. There aren't 32 teams. But AC Milan... Who else could it have been? Is going to be our first one, and that is our groups right there. Anyway, to finish off, guys, then we're looking forward to fixture 7 then. So the Champions League is not till fixture 10, so we've got a few weeks to wait yet. Everton are going to be taking on We United at home. Tottenham are going to be taking on Manchester United. We're at home to Aston Villa. Manchester City are taking on Rangers, so 2 teams that are kind of fighting relegation, they're going at it, so that'll be an interesting one to see. Middlesbrough are taking on Blackburn. Fulham are against Bolton. Newcastle are taking on Arsenal, so that'll definitely be an interesting game right there. Birmingham are taking on Chelsea as well. For next week, we are going to be taking on Aston Villa again at home. So anyway, guys, thanks you for watching this episode, and I will see you guys next time for the next match against Villa. See you then.